Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. Providing technological solutions and equipment for the food processing industry is job one for John Bean Technologies Corporation. Let's learn more about how and why hiring veterans has always been a part of their plan.
My name's Ray Walker.
My name is Candace Vealing.
My name is Chuck Harlow. I'm the Talent Acquisition Manager for John Bean Technology.
John Bean Technologies excels in producing cutting-edge food processing equipment, advancing food safety, quality, and efficiency to better meet our growing global demand for nutritious and accessible food.
We're a global company. We actually, make all kinds of products that are used in the food processing. For example, like, the orange juice that we drank this morning. JBT touches 75% of all the world's citrus. But all that product is used for, everything, not just the juice.
At JBT, producing food processing equipment aligns seamlessly with their unwavering dedication to sustainability, ensuring a greener future.
We take the lining and use that to make baby diapers. We take the seeds and grind them up to make pet food. We extract the oils and things and use them for like the scents that are used in cleaning products or candles.
Sustainability is everything. If we could take things and make less, we make this a better world for our kids, our grandkids, and I can see that JBT wants to be at the forefront of that with everything that they're doing.
So JBT is imperative to our food supply here in the U.S. and abroad. Just about everything you touch on a daily basis, JBT has had a hand in it, and they strive to be the best that they can for our customers.
And those customers are from all over the world, looking for a safe, sustainable, and secure food supply chain. With thousands of employees, JBT is well suited to handle the task. Finding many of those employees is job one for Chuck Harlow.
I obviously recruit talent for the company, bring talent in, but I also, basically am responsible for creating the strategy for our outreach programs, like our veteran outreach program, recruiting veterans to JBT. It's called a Veteran Employee Network Committee, so VENC.
I was one of the founding members. I helped implement it. We're still implementing it, still fairly new to us, but we're working to get the word out there.
It's kind of like my passion now about recruiting veterans, my passion then to recruiting young men and women.
There is a special bond that veterans have with one another, and we are hoping to reach out to more veterans so we can start implementing new programs.
Obviously, the veterans have the ability to adapt and overcome. So a lot of times you can see past them missing a certain skill set because you can teach it to them. And then, I tell about the core values. They're looking for a company that has core values that relate to the core values that they're used to.
With JBT, they live by a set of core values. And for us in the Marine Corps, it's honor, courage, commitment.
And there's so much that veterans can offer, and we are trying to reach out to those potential new employees that are veterans that can offer so much.
The reason I joined the military is I'm fourth generation Navy. I can go see the world.
I was 21, and then I decided to join the Navy. After talking to the recruiter a couple months later, I was heading to boot camp.
I was 21 when I left to go to boot camp out of Baltimore, Maryland.
So I went to Omaha and went to recruiting duty. And 17 years later, when I retired, I was still doing recruiting duty because I loved it so much.
So I didn't know I was going to be going to an aircraft carrier. I found that out after boot camp, halfway through A school. So I was flown out to the Roosevelt, which was out in the Mediterranean at the time.
I came in the Marine Corps as an electrician. And then my first unit was a personal remains recovery unit. These are the guys that's going to go pick up their brothers and sisters from the field. And it's a grueling job, and it takes a special kind of person to stick with that.
The first time that I stepped foot on that flight deck and to actually do my job, my heart was racing. I mean, you train and you learn how to do it, but nothing prepares you for that actual moment when you actually have to start doing that job.
So you handle all the remains as they're being flown from either Afghanistan or Iraq into Dover, be processed in Dover, and from there they would go to then their home site.
Handling the remains of our fallen heroes or refueling attack jets on an aircraft carrier far from land are life experiences not shared by many. But transitioning from the military to the civilian sector has its challenges as well.
It was a struggle. When I first got out, I didn't know what to do or what I was going to do with my life. I had a job because everybody wanted experience, and JBT was the first company that offered me a full-time job.
I think a lot of the natural progression for a lot of military personnel in general, between security, law enforcement, that's what they all think that they should do or can do. But for me, John Bean came in at a time where I wanted more.
If you're looking for a place that has a lot of similarities to what you're doing now, and you want to be part of a family, then you want to come to JBT. I want them to get hired. Because I don't want to see another veteran homeless. I don't want to see another veteran struggling. So my passion is to make sure that we help them find what they're looking for.
JBT, making it better.
A global market leader in chemical ingredient distribution, Brenntag ensures materials are available for essential products produced for consumers, businesses, and the military. Veterans and their spouses are a big part of their success.
I am the head of talent acquisition and employer branding for the Americas region here at Brenntag. We are the largest chemical and ingredients distributor in the United States for the food industry. Additionally, we are in water treatment, oil and gas, pharmaceuticals, personal care, and material science. Think of it this way: anything under your kitchen sink or anything in your medicine cabinet, we are a part of it. If you are a member of the military transitioning into civilian workforce, this could be a fantastic opportunity for you. We have a strong logistics and operations pillar to our business. We have over 1,300 trucks spread across North America. And aside from logistics and operations, we hire into sales and corporate roles at all levels.
I'm a corporate recruiter, so I do recruiting for a lot of our business office positions, so anything from marketing to finance to engineering, really everything in between. Brenntag is a company that likes to hire vets. For me personally, I make it an effort to look for those who have military service in their background. It's important to me because I, one, am married to Apache pilot in the Army, and two, because I come from a family of veterans.
My name is Jefferson Lemus, and I am a warehouse supervisor at Brenntag Pacific, Santa Fe Springs. My jobs entail loading trucks, watching my guys do it safely as possible, and also receiving product into the warehouse. So I've been in the military for 11 years now, still currently in. I joined for my mother. We were in a little bit of a monetary crisis and I wanted to help her out. I have been stationed in Romania and Bulgaria, and I'm currently still serving. My duties were firefighter, so I'd be on the hose, handling hose for whatever situation may arise. The way Brenntag handles this situation of me being in the Army is great. When I returned from my first initial deployment, this was gonna be my transitioning job back into the civilian world. I didn't expect to be deployed a second time. They handled the situation great. I was a night shift supervisor when I left for my second deployment. When I came back, it's been great staying within the company since then. Serving in the Army has helped me at Brenntag because the level of commitment that you have to give in the Army transitions easily with any given job. Me specifically working with Brenntag, You have to be meticulous in checking product, making sure everything's going out on time, making sure that whatever you're receiving is part of what you should be receiving.
My name's Floyd Franks. I'm the first shift diesel mechanic technician at Brenntag Northeast LLC. I service the whole fleet, oil changes, brakes, tires, whatever it takes to keep the truck on the road and DOT safe. And how I got into this field was because I was a tank mechanic in the United States Army, and then went right into Class 8 maintenance. So I got into the maintenance end of it and been there ever since for 45 years. I've been employed by Brenntag Northeast for 33 years.
I'm a warehouseman here at Brenntag. I joined the Army right after high school. I left after the summer. I really wasn't interested in college at the moment. In the Army, my final rank was E4. I actually drove a forklift there as well, but I was what we call I was a 55 bang bang, an ammo humper. We transported and moved ammunition from point A to point B for small range ammunition to large range ammunition. Being in the military helped me at Brenntag because being in the military, you work with a lot of different people from a lot of different cultures, and you have to learn to work together. And the same applies here. We're a lot of different people from different backgrounds, and we all have to work together as one team.
I'm the second shift supervisor here at Brenntag. My duties here, I control the dock, make sure the shipping and receiving of the trailers. I was in the United States Navy. I joined up right after high school. I spent 6 years. When I was in the service, I was a boatswain second class. My duties there was pretty much maintain the ship. Also, I was in charge of 45 guys underneath me and stuff to have them make sure they are doing their duties and responsibilities that they need to be done.
I work here at Brenntag as a warehouseman. I work in the bulk loading. We bring in rail cars of chemicals that then get transferred into our storage tanks, which then get transferred into our tankers, which then are supplied to our customers. I joined in 1995. I joined the United States Marine Corps. Being in the military helped further my career at Brenntag. Having the focus that you learn in the military transferred over to civilian life really helps in you to do your job better.
With numerous offices, warehouses, and labs across North America, Brenntag has a number of positions available for driven, hard-working veterans looking to transition into a rewarding career with a global leader in chemicals and ingredients distribution.
The great thing about working at Brenntag is the opportunity at your fingertips. We have 17,000 employees globally, and within North America specifically, we have regional operating companies all throughout. What that means is if you want to move positions geographically, we have that opportunity. If you want to try something new and go to a different department, there is that opportunity as well.
Companies like Brenntag should hire vets because veterans have a different work ethic than most people out on the street. Don't know what it's like to give 110% every day, day in, day out. And that's what the military teaches you. You do what you have to do to get the job done.
My favorite part about working with Brenntag is the culture. It's always fun working with the people that you enjoy being there with. There's a couple of vets that I work around there. It's a good support system to have other veterans around. You get the camaraderie that you would get when you were in the service, and you understand each other without necessarily speaking too much to each other.
They bring so much to the table in the sense of just being able to adapt and being able to overcome. They bring discipline to really better themselves in their careers.
Working here at Brenntag is a good opportunity. What I did my first 4 years here, I was a warehouseman. I worked out here in the dock. Last year, I became a supervisor. So I actually started from the bottom and worked my way up. It's just like being in the military here at the Brenntag, is we all just get along and we just do what we have to do to get the job done.
I love the stability and the fact that Brenntag actually cares about their people.
The Federal Bureau of Prisons boasts a variety of career opportunities, from doctors to nurses to correctional officers and so much more. We recently visited their headquarters in Washington, D.C. to see how and why veterans are such an important part of their success. And guess what? They're hiring right now nationwide.
My name is Rasheen Holland. I'm an emergency management specialist for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. I started my career in 1999 at MDC Brooklyn. Before that, I was in the United States Marines from 1994 to 1998, and then I enlisted into the Army National Guard.
My name is Melissa Rios Marquez, and I served in the United States Army Reserves from 1988 to 1996. Currently, I serve for the Federal Bureau of Prisons as the Regional Director for the West Coast.
I'm the Director of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, which means I oversee all of the federal prisons that are scattered across this country. We have 122. We have 37,000 amazing employees who work on our mission day in and day out. There are so many opportunities at the Federal Bureau of Prisons. In fact, when I try to describe what happens at the Bureau of Prisons, I like to describe it as having major cities scattered across this country. So when you think of anything or any position you need to run a city, you need it to run a prison. And so there are so many avenues and paths to a career here at the Federal Bureau of Prisons, from correctional officers, which is the most obvious, I think, the people think of when they think of the Federal Bureau of Prisons. But we need teachers, we need nurses, we need doctors, we need psychologists, we need psychiatrists. And so the list goes on and on. It's the best place for veterans to work. We are very mission driven, as are all of our veterans. It's an opportunity for them to continue to serve our country while working for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Our mission, I think, is attractive to many veterans who already work for us. At its core, it's public safety. That's the most important thing.
I think it's a positive to hire a person with military experience because they've been tested. They've been battle tested about their leadership skills. If they know how to take orders, they know how to follow, and they know how to lead. So I think that is a very benefit and a great asset to any agency. My experience working in the Bureau of Prisons has been rewarding and yet challenging, but those challenges made me a better employee. And I take that to the leadership that I had and the mentors and them giving me opportunities to grow and show the skills that I had.
I wanted to continue to serve my country, and by coming to work for the Bureau of Prisons, I feel like I'm able to do that. I work with a lot of staff whose mission is to protect the community, and they do a really great job, and it's very rewarding to see staff that I've trained, that I've mentored, staff that work for me, you know, and many of the staff I've learned from them as well throughout the years, so it's absolutely been very rewarding.
So I'm proud to report that over a third of our workforce are already currently veterans. And so we know that it's a place that attracts that type of individual. I think integrity is one of our core values, and I think that's really attractive to those who have already served our country in one of our branches of the military. I think it's very gratifying to work for the Federal Bureau of Prisons because of that mission, because of that work that we get to do together. And together, I think, is an important word. It's a team.
We have a lot of opportunity to give in our everyday jobs. We have staff that are so skilled in so many different areas, and we really strive to make a difference in what we do, and we change lives every day.
What I would say to veterans about the opportunities that we have in the Bureau of Prisons is that it's multiple positions and the potential to promote is endless, and the only person that will stop them is themselves. And another thing is that we do offer the ability to buy back your military time towards retirement. Please apply. We are looking for the few, the proud, the brave, the aim high, be all that you can be, and we definitely need you.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much during military service, today's veterans have found careers where they've been able to shine. I'm Montel Williams. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.